Hello, my glorious friends. It's your friend Kevin. I am so happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here. Let's get right to today's Divine Daily Blast, shall we? We are in an Angel Numerology number 4 day today. And I have a tisk thing for me to say that I have been promising you navigations for the week ahead. And I haven't delivered on that. I haven't pulled the 7 Guardian Angel Messages tarot cards. And I think, well, what can I do? And why am I doing this? No other reason. I don't have a reason for being so tardy with that. I think what I'm going to have to do is incorporate this somehow in one of these Divine Daily Blast messages. But let's get on to today first of all. We're in an Angel Numerology number 4 day. I call this faith. It is connecting with your guardian angels plus the archangels to help offset any worry, any anxiety, any feelings that cause our heart space, our love vibes to sink. But instead, use these energies to look at the much bigger picture. Much bigger picture. The number 4 is about being patient. It's about the feeling of security. It's also about bringing focus to very practical plans and allowing them to emerge. If you're into tarot, pull out the major arcana cards of the Magician and the Star. You can also call upon Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Gabriel. And what's really interesting about this is I shuffled the Angel Affirmations deck by Kyle Gray. That's this deck right here for those who want a reference. This card from Archangel Gabriel shot out of the deck. And Archangel Gabriel, they say, as the Archangel of Communication, I can give you the perfect words for any conversation that you need to have. I express my truth with grace and love. I communicate with confidence and clarity. Just as I did at the top of this video, talking about how I had misstepped and hadn't done what I agreed to do, that is communicating. That's having the perfect words. It is acknowledging what we feel, what we really are going through. And we're all going through something. Now, interesting. This new moon is in Libra and has happened at 5:25 this morning in LA. It will happen at 8:25 this morning in New York. It'll happen at 1:25 this afternoon in London. And it'll happen at 23, that's 11 o'clock at night, 25 in Sydney, Australia. Interesting that the new moon should land pretty much in the same calendar date all across the world. Now, if your love life is in need of a bit of a boost, today's new moon in Libra is what the doctor orders. Just make sure that there aren't any lingering feelings left over from any past upsets when it comes to romance, love, feelings of adoration. Make sure there aren't any, I like to call them emotional brambles. You know, when you clear the bramble patch, the briar patch, whatever you want to call it, you can always find something that looms up, that pops up. You know, in the height of the summer, there are these thorny vines I sometimes get that have pretty amber orangey looking blooms on them, little flowers on them, but woof, their stems are thorny, and if you don't pull them up and get rid of them, they'll choke out any other shrub you've got going on. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on to my isms. I'm a noble person doing world-class work and fulfilling a mighty purpose through the eyes of love. And so it is. That's a long one. But we're all noble people. And we're all doing world-class work, even if that means we're cleaning. Even if it means the work we're doing and serving is mundane, it's still world-class. We're fulfilling a mighty purpose through the eyes of love. If we can strive and aim that everything we do create is through the eyes of love, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're fulfilling our noble purpose. Affirmation: I am strong, I am powerful, I am meant to have a magical life. You are, we are, all of us, all of these things. I am a story in motion. What story am I telling now? Or what story am I telling, period? What have you been saying about yourself? What have you been saying about other people? I find myself, and you may find yourself too, slipping down the slope of judgment. It has been a lifelong problem, or snag, or bramble, if you will, a thorn, where I look at something and automatically assign a judgment to it. Unfairly, many of the times, like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Like, all of a sudden, I become the moral compass of somebody else's behavior. I am working diligently to try and stop it, because it really doesn't fulfill anybody's purpose. It just doesn't. I love it when it doesn't come. I love it when there's no automatic judgment assigned to anything that anyone else is doing. Anyway, another digression. So, it could go along with Archangel Gabriel's message of communicating with perfect words, communicating with perfect conversations, offering people words of encouragement when they share something with you. You know, many people want to share what's happened, their accolades, their achievements. And the people they share it with oftentimes don't even bother to acknowledge it. That's just, I don't think so. I think it's time to acknowledge what we do ourselves and go to the divine and basically say, this is what we should be doing. Now, the new moon, I should go on a little bit further with that before we get into Rumi and the virtues and then the fairies. This week being the 19th to the 25th of October, and yes, this is a little bit of a step into navigating the week ahead. This new moon week is in the sign of Libra, and this happens once a year. So for all intents and purposes, it is bringing the chance to start afresh in important relationships. Could be one, could be a number. Which one do you believe this week needs a reboot or could use a detoxification? Goes back to all these communications, the stories we're telling, the faith from our angels and our archangels. This new moon is making an out of sign bump up with Pluto, which is the detoxification planet. So we've got the new moon and we've also got the clean up your act going on. Clean up your conversations, clean up your judgments, clean up your opinions. If you are mindful that the opinions that you have may not be shared by other people, don't share them. Just sort of like try to get to that detoxification piece. I'd say that this week of communication is a bit like a plumber. Well, certainly Pluto is the plumber of the zodiac, unblocking all the nasty, messy, mucky aspects of relationships in our pipelines. So while this is a sort of a heads up, a need for change, it is not wise for us to go barging in without a real, true, heartfelt intention. So give yourself reverence for remembering that new moons are healing. And Libra is the planet of balance and harmony. So this could very well mean you have to have a little Conversation with yourself before going into an awkward conversation or a cleaning conversation with somebody else. Make sure that everybody's on a similar page to you. Make sure that your intentions come from a bright, beautiful place as opposed to a judgmental, toxic place. Now, on the brighter side, this excellent new moon is an upgrade for anyone seeking love and romance, or even if you're in a lovely romantic mode with your partner. Whether you're single or ready to mingle or want to move things along at a steady Eddie, Freddie, Edith pace, start with the intention of what you might need. What needs to be resolved within you from the past, if any. Sometimes there's nothing, so let's move on clean and clear. Having a very clean slate in love, having a very clean chapter in your relationship sector really does mean intentionally stepping forward without any baggage from something before. So it's time to do the hard work, my friends. Moving hardships out of the way. Healing really does mean feeling it. And this new moon in Libra is a really good place to start. Now, Neptune is retrograding back into Pisces this week. They're both a bit fuzzy and out of focus, being Neptune and Pisces. They're kind of that eerie, airy, fairy, dreamy kind of energy. Be prepared for a little confusion. Use this opportunity to bring cleansing aspects to things. Like, let me look at things in a different way. The other little thing you can do, and then I'll get on with these two, I promise. Set aside 15 to 20 minutes each day. Not just for this week, but ongoing. Get in the habit of doing it. If you've got access to iTunes, Spotify, or any music app, try to find music with a 582 hertz. That's the vibrational hertz of music. That'll help reduce anxiety. And then when you've set aside your 15-minute break, close your eyes. Connect with your breath, the in and then the out. And let this music and the rhythm of your breath synchronize together to create healing vibrations. Once you've got to that calm and peaceful place, then you can allow the beam of light, whatever color you want. I like to start with bright white, but sometimes other colors come in. This morning I was doing this and I got a beautiful electric blue, and there were literally stars in the blue mist, if you will. And I'm asking, who is here? Because that felt like there was a great energy. And it was Orion, keeper of the stellar gateway, lifting me up into the stellar gateway, lifting my thoughts and feelings up. Simple, easy. So that's where I got these pale blue color with the flecks of gold, and coming down from the ethers to penetrate and cleanse away your nervous system. I'm hoping all this makes sense, because this is part of the navigating this week ahead. There is a lot to navigate, my friends. A lot of stuff creeping in to our social circles, creeping into our podcast, creeping into our news cycle. And let's face it, my loves, it's all... I was thinking this morning, here comes a headline. You know, I use the YouTube platform to put my videos out, and it's wonderful because many of them are really super positive. But every once in a while, you get a news outlet that has a show or a podcast or something that's flip-flopping about somebody who did something that's not right, and this one's not right, and it's all on and on and on it goes. It can be quite nauseating. I won't go into that. Mystic Bloom would want to. She's a little tiny bit like Gertrude. She's got a way about her that's like, woof. I would not be... Kevin, your friend Kevin, wouldn't necessarily go there, but Mystic Bloom probably would. She's something. She's an instigator of all kinds of things. Moving on to Rumi. Mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experiences with God. Now, we can only really get to our personal experience with the divine consciousness when we're clean and clear. And if you think, well, I'm not clean and clear, so I don't have a very good relationships with the divine, then you get clean and clear. You go to your guardian angels and your archangels with faith, knowing you want to clean this up. You want to clear this out. You can say, thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. Thank you for helping me and assisting me in all that I do today. I have intentions of working my day, living my life as if I am living it for the first time ever. And you put aside everything and anything you need to. Get with your guardian angels. Circle yourselves around me. I am feeling, and then you speak your feeling. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling whatever you're feeling. And let the guardian angels and your celestial group of directors come forward. You don't necessarily have to know their names, what they look like. Just know that that energy is available to you. Moving on to virtues. Do the right thing. Choose to bring peace into every conflict. This is really a wonderful angel activation card. This deck comes from Kyle Gray, by the way. Let me see, what does it look like? There we go. It's this deck right here. Fabulous deck. Really just talking about knowing what is the right thing to do. And even if you're confused, what is the right thing? What should I be doing? What should I be saying? Just take a minute or two. Be virtuous in your choices. There is an opportunity for you to take the higher ground always, that will bring an end to any conflicts, any disagreements, any challenges, and do what you know needs to be done to make the resolutions, to make the healing. And if you need to admit that you did something wrong, like I did at the top of this video, then, you know, it might not be easy to do it, but by doing it, you release all of the trappings of it. That's doing the right thing. You know, we don't always do things intentionally on purpose to cause harm and hurt, but we then realize after the fact, this might not have been the greatest thing I did. I may not have made the greatest of choices. So I'm sorry. Now, show me the right way to go. Show me the right thing to do. Even if that means, listen, I was late with whatever you were late with. Thanking people for allowing you the extension of time to pay a bill, the extension of time to get your finances in order. I know many of us are dealing with that right now. Just keep going. Right, Gertrude, Beatrice, where are you? Oh, now they're around a campfire. Oh, okay. So Beatrice and Gertrude are scribbling down all the things that they want to clean, and they're throwing it into the fire. Oh, the fire happens to be violet. Giving it to the violet flame and letting it burn. And that's it. Now they're clapping. Gertrude, every time she writes something down that she wants to release, she throws it into the fire, she lets it burn, and she claps her hands. Like, thank you, it's gone. Thank you, I've released it. How fun is that? All right. Fairies, Gertrude, Beatrice, give me a card, give me a blessing. Let's all have something to lift us up before we finish this. Well, precious time. Oh, look, we've got, oh, hang on, this one fell out. And the wisdom tree. Let's just do these two. I don't know if this just fell out or just said I would like for you to read both of these. You know, I'd like to call this is a new one because she hasn't popped up very often. She looks like the steampunk fairy. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Ooh, be mindful not to waste others' time either. Ooh. So, I love this fairy. I love her top hat. I like her wild hair. Ooh, she's kind of fun. She is kind of fun. Precious time. Now, precious time. Oh, look. She's got the owl right over there. Wisdom. And hello. The wisdom tree lady comes. So, this tree dryad is on the card. You know, I love these cards. They remind me of Celtic times, Irish times. Some, I think, in past lives I had a connection with the Ireland and the Celts. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. This might be linked to that 532. Where's that note I made? The 582 hertz of music that I talked about. You know what? This is really all about. This is all about using the time we've got very wisely, because it's getting quicker. This is all about going to nature, getting down to nature and connecting with fairies, angels, guardian angels, and your higher ones. This is about lifting up above. This is about cleaning off, scrubbing down, doing the lot. You know, when they finish a building or they finish something is completed. Yesterday I was watching, and it was probably 15 years ago, but I was watching a series on how an architect and engineers rebuilt or renovated St. Pancras Station in England, which is where the Eurostar goes from London all the way to Paris. It was beyond fascinating how all these people came together to create this phenomenal railway station. I digress. But what I got from it is the very end of the process was all of the cleaning people. So this may be your opportunity to clean off, slough off, buff off, shine off anything that is not filled with wisdom, with truth, with honesty, with integrity, anything that you're stepping through. We're in a portal where, if we're wanting to emerge as beautiful butterflies that we are, we have to emerge with those virtues. All right, my friends, that's it from me for today. You got a little bit of the navigation for the week ahead. Sorry I didn't do a whole video on it. I'll do better next time. Promise. Thank you. Until tomorrow morning. Bye for now.